So, it is helpful to remember that expectations about social emotional milestone are driven by cultural values and preferences. Adults share their cultural values and beliefs with children through daily interactions. Ideas, beliefs, and expectations about child development are just some of the ways cultures are unique. Becoming aware of and respecting these differences can help you better understand families' experiences that help shape the infants and toddlers in your care. So, in this study, I had selected my niece in observing her physical, cognitive, and socio-emotional development for the intention of this case study, to discover the amazing otherwise and other development of a child unfolds as time passed by. So, her name is Jaden Lee, a female, and had turned 2 years of young last month of March. So for you to know, she is living with us in our home. Thus, I had and always keenly see how she grows up and makes improvements since on day one. I had really witnessed as day by day how our words and actions gets in her head and stay with. Like we are amazed how she remembered some things that was just so awesome. Today, at her stage, with the age of 2, she really often makes things in her own which she had learned. She loves running and to be chased by us. She loves climbing and even get things above and higher by her height. As you can see, she is very very active and optimistic child. Like together with her two cousins with the age of 5 and 3, the three of them loves to play on their own. Well, she then imitates her older cousins and learn even more and more. And of course, because we're living in a province, the activities they play are very helpful to the betterment for their physical, cognitive, and social emotional development. But in some case, where we unfold with this study, it doesn't always bright and happiness she had, but bad time also gets her. Like after all, throughout the day, she enthusiastically spent at the end when she's hungry, sleepy, or weary, she had these tantrums last very long. So to what I've observed on her mother, she just kept her calm and managed her daughter well, like she wouldn't had done panicking attending her daughter. And it was just amazing, though the home were loud and noisy, yet at the end the child was sleeping not for too long. Because to what I observe on other parents and the tiring mood of their child, sometimes they get angry also. In the end, the child gets scolded and yelled. So do you think that was the right thing? So absolutely no. So therefore, as a parent, we must instill patience within our heart, and we can't deny that a child's happiness is ours to right. Yet, how significant is a child and his or her development, specifically in physical, cognitive, and socio-emotional aspects? And the importance of studying all of this, well as what they have said, a child's brain is an empty shell. So with what they had seen and heard, it fills in their head, goes on and on. Thus, it is very important in adults to be always a good influencer with all of these cute little angels. So hopefully, with all our best, should start with our home because it will serve as their foundation. The knowledge they've learned firsthand will make who they will be, and thus will be for sure, hopefully, that always or as often let our child to be physically, mentally, and socially active. So because I believe if you are physically wholesomely active, it results to mental healthiness and the wholesome of you. So above all, with all of this will be absolutely possible in God's will and grace. So with kindness and righteousness, everything will be alright.
The first few years of a child's life are the most crucial for their growth and development. It is the time when the foundations for learning and behaviors are laid, and when the growth and development of the brain and body are at their prime. Infants and toddlers' brains are twice as active as adults, so to make the most out of this period, we need to stimulate them with and expose them to developmentally learning experiences. The Infant Toddler Early Development Program, or ITED, is designed to nurture and challenge infants and toddlers for their optimum growth and development. Held in a safe and nurturing space, ITED brings together parents and teachers as partners responsible for the development of their children. Teachers provide infants and toddlers with a secure base for exploration, learning, and discovery through developmentally appropriate experiences. While parents, who know their children best and are primarily responsible for their growth and development, reinforce the experiences they have learned. This partnership is guided by the overarching principles of ITED. With family at the core and grounded on strong relationships with family and responsible adults, ITED seeks to create positive emotional experiences in the child's early learning and development, and encourages responsiveness to a child's initiative to explore as these foster learning. Individualized and intentional teaching and care not only benefits the child, but also enriches their early learning experiences. Before parents and their children can participate in an ITED program, parents have to attend an orientation where they learn the importance of brain development, the principles of the ITED program, and the schedule of classes. Parents must understand why they are part of the program and the role they play in ensuring their child's success. The child's progress is regularly assessed using the ECCD checklist Child's Record 1. Results from the assessment are used in planning the program's succeeding activities, which are shared with the parents during the weekly meetings. Teachers show how the activities should be carried out, while also evaluating the parents' response to these and to the ITED program as a whole. Every day, ITED classes are held at the center. The 1-hour daily sessions are attended by a maximum of 5 infants or toddlers and their parents, and each day there are different sets of attendees. Today we have the first batch attending the Monday session. When they arrive, the teacher greets and welcomes them to the class. The class begins and everyone sings a song together. Attendance is checked and parents introduce themselves and their children. The teacher asks what activities were done at home during the past week. Parents talk about their experiences and their child's progress. After hearing everyone's experiences from the past week, the teacher tells them what they're going to do for the day's session. Activities per session will vary depending on the needs of the participants and the themes of the current quarter. Every session's highlight is activity time. The teacher uses this routine to coach parents in doing specifically designed activities with their children. Parents are then asked to try the activity out, and the teacher gives feedback so that parents are able to do the activity comfortably at home. Look at the parents and children having fun with each other. Now that activity time is done, the infants and toddlers are given time to rest and be quiet. Calm music is played while the children are resting. Parents and the teacher meet to share their insights and learnings and what else they can do to improve and apply the activity at home. The teacher also gives activities that can be done at home to enrich the experiences gained from the session. At the end of the hour, the parents and the children pack up their things, singing a song as they go along. The teacher says goodbye to the parents and the infants and toddlers. Parents and their children will return next week for the next activity and meeting with the teacher. It might just be a 1-hour session per week, but the benefits of the ITED program can be long-lasting, especially during a period where infants and toddlers grow at a rapid rate. Parents become more attentive to their needs and more aware of what they can do to address these needs, all of which have an impact on their growth and development. This is the Infant Toddler Early Development Program, brought to you by the Early Childhood Care and Development Council.
Babies this young are extremely responsive to the emotions and the reactivity and the social interaction that they get from the world around them. This is something that we started studying 30, 40 years ago, when people didn't think that infants could engage in social interaction. In the still face experiment, what the mother did was she sits down and she's playing with her baby, who's about a year of age.
Are you my good girl? Oh.
And she gives a greeting to the baby gives a greeting back to her.
Yeah.
This baby starts pointing at different places in the world, and the mother's trying to engage her and play with her. They're working to coordinate their emotions and their intentions, what they want to do in the world. And that's really what the baby is used to. And then we ask the mother to not respond to the baby. The baby very quickly picks up on this, and then she uses all of her abilities to try and get the mother back. She smiles at the mother. She points because she's used to the mother looking where she points. The baby puts both hands up in front of her and says, "What's happening here?" She makes that screechy sound at the mother, like, "Come on, why aren't we doing this?" Even in this 2 minutes, when they don't get the normal reaction, they react with negative emotions, they turn away, they feel the stress of it. They actually may lose control of their posture because of the stress that they're experiencing.
Okay. I'm here. And what are you doing? Oh, yes. Oh, what a big girl.
It's a little like the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is that normal stuff that goes on, that we all do with our kids. The bad is when something bad happens, but the infant can overcome it. After all, when you stop the still face, the mother and the baby start to play again. The ugly is when you don't give the child any chance to get back to the good. There's no reparation, and they're stuck in that really ugly situation.
There's something inside. Can you see what's inside the box? You can take the lid off. Is there something in there? There's a green cone. You want to put it back inside of the box? And put put the lid back on the box and close it up. Can I see that? Thank you. Let's see what else we have. Look at this. See? Look at this. There.
Hi, Teresa. I'm going to sit here and read a magazine.
Okay. That's Kelly. Kelly's going to sit and read a magazine. Kelly, look at this.
That's aggravating. That's so annoying.
Oh, I thought it was really interesting.
Well, that's just your opinion. It's aggravating.
Here. Can I see that? Thank you.
I'm going to go now, Teresa.
Kelly's going bye-bye. Kelly went bye-bye.
The researcher uses case study research, where the case study method has grown into a valuable qualitative research method. So this type of research method is usually used in education or social sciences, which the researcher is currently a pre-graduate student. So case study research may seem difficult to operate, but it's actually one of the simplest way of conducting research, as it involves a deep dive and thorough understanding of the data collection methods and inferring the data. And the researcher also chooses the qualitative research, where it is a market research method that focuses on obtaining data through open-ended and conversational communication. So this method focuses on the why rather than the what people think about you. So by using the qualitative research, the researcher then used to gain an understanding of underlying reasons, opinions, and motivations. It provides insights into the problem or help to develop ideas or hypotheses for potential quantitative research. So, with this case study, it examines episodic events in a definable framework, develops in-depth analysis of a single or multiple cases generally. They conducted one-on-one interview or observation. We're conducting one-on-one interview is one of the most common qualitative research methods. So one of the advantages of this method is that it provides a great opportunity to gather precise data about what people think and their motivations. It was said that spending time talking to customers not only help marketers understand who their clients are, but it also helps the customers care. So clients love hearing from brands, so this strengthens the relationship between a brand and its clients, and paves the way for customer testimonials. So the interview performed face-to-face, which lasts between half an hour and 2 hours or more at Alinsul, Bantayan, Cebu. And when a one-on-one interview is conducted face-to-face, it also gives the marketer the opportunity to read the body language of the respondent and match the resources. So with the questions, answers, and some observations to my chosen subject, which is my niece, namely Jaden Lee, I then realized and concluded the strengths and weaknesses as infants and toddlers development.